Recently, we paid a visit to a fleet in Virginia to introduce them to the Expello valve. This fleet had been having a number of issues related to the automated manual transmission. The driver's complaint would be that the truck couldn't shift. The AMT relies on clean, dry air to shift the gears, and the trucks were getting wet, dirty air. When that happened, the trucks couldn't shift. In many cases, it required a road call. In some cases, it required a complete transmission replacement at $13,000 each. The Expello valve was an easy and ideal solution to the fleet's problems. Replacing the manual drain on the truck with an Expello valve takes about 20 minutes. And the Expello valve eliminates water and contaminants that can build up in air tanks after the air dryer in the truck's compressed air system. Adding Expello valves to the vehicles will save this fleet thousands of dollars. The Expello valve removes moisture from the compressed air system. It replaces the manual drain petcock on a compressed air tank and is typically installed on the vehicle's wet tank, or the first tank in line after the air compressor. The task of draining this tank is normally the responsibility of the vehicle's driver on a daily basis, but this task is frequently overlooked, and that can lead to problems in the compressed air system. The Expello valve opens for 1 second every 5 minutes. It uses the system air pressure to blow out any contaminants in the tank, including water, oil, dirt, and corrosion. The Expello valve has a thermostatically controlled internal heater. The heater turns on when the internal temperature of the valve is less than 10 degrees Celsius, or 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Multiple critical vehicle systems rely on clean, dry air, and their performance is ensured and enhanced by the Expello valve. Air compressor. A vehicle with water in the compressed air tanks effectively has less air capacity. That means the compressor works harder on a vehicle with water in the compressed air system. Air dryer. An air dryer that is running at less than 100% efficiency may allow more moisture to build up in the air tanks. The Expello valve eliminates that moisture before it can have an adverse effect on your vehicle systems. Fan clutch. The majority of fan clutches on trucks are air disengaged. When water gets into the air system, it leads to rust and damaged seals, which can lead to failure, which can mean the fan is always on, or the unit slips and the fan won't turn on. Automated manual transmission. The AMT uses compressed air to shift gears. 90% of new trucks in 2019 had an AMT. As described in our earlier anecdote, failures of this system are very expensive. Emission systems. Vehicle emission systems rely on clean, dry air for DEF dosing. Air ride suspension. Contamination in the air system can lead to failure in an air ride suspension. Air brake system. Water in the air brake system can lead to frozen brake lines, preventing the truck from reaching operating air pressure and parking it. Automatic tire inflation system. The Expello valve can keep water out of the tires. Fifth wheel release. Trucks equipped with an air-actuated automatic fifth wheel release can experience freeze-ups in this system due to water in the compressed air lines. The Expello valve operates differently than competitive products in several key ways. Actuation. The competitors' valves purge based on other vehicle processes. The Bendix DV2 purges based on a change in tank pressure of greater than 2 psi. The Haldex ADV relies on a relay switch from the brake light. Each time the brake is applied, the valve opens. The Expello valve is electronically timed and purges every 5 minutes, regardless of vehicle operation. Purge. The competitor's valve purges with gravity. This design can lead to clogs due to the sludgy emulsion that forms in the air tanks. The competitive valve requires periodic maintenance. The Expello valve uses system air pressure. That means the water-oil emulsion that can form does not clog the valve. The Expello requires no maintenance. Installation. The competitor's valve must be mounted vertically, since it uses gravity to drain. The Expello valve is much more flexible. It can be mounted at any angle. It can even be mounted remotely. The Expello valve can also be used to drain multiple tanks simultaneously.